You Bet rolls on Westwood One Sports. Nick Kostos here with you, presented by BetMGM. Very special guest joining us at this time. Bay Area native?
Absolutely.
Green Bay Packers star young safety Evan Williams here on the show. Evan, thanks for joining us. Happy Super Bowl week, my man.
Absolutely. I appreciate that. Appreciate y'all for having me.
All right, so let's talk about your career thus far, your young career and the season that you just had. And I hope you know that I'm going to say this the right way, I think. I think that your Q rating is going to rise as your career goes on. And maybe people in the audience aren't as familiar with you yet as they're going to be. I think you're coming off a sensational season, and just curious, how do you feel like the season went? Not a Green Bay Packers question, an Evan Williams question, how the season went for you.
Sure. Feel good about how the season went, man. We put some good stuff on tape. I feel like as a safety room as a whole, we put some good stuff on tape. But we also understand that there's a next step for us for sure. Heading into this year 3, finally all of us together, we feel confident that we can be some of the best secondary in the league. And I feel good about my performance this past year. But at the same time, as a competitor, you got to know that you're always reaching for something else. And I don't feel like I played my best ball yet. I feel like it's in front of me, and just got to take this offseason one day at a time and keep going.
So I'm a Giants fan. I told you off air.
Mm-hmm.
I was not thrilled when Xavier McKinney signed with you guys with the Green Bay Packers. You think you guys will be the best safety tandem in the league this coming year?
I think there's a good possibility. just knowing what we're both capable
of. Can I say this?
Of. Yeah, go ahead.
I think so. I'll
take that.
Yeah,
I'll
think
take
so.
that. I'll take that.
What say you?
I'm right with you. I feel like just the skill sets we both kind of bring, we play well off each other, and I feel like we both have a lot of variety in our game, just kind of the ability to do it all, and that kind of makes us interchangeable, makes us some pretty dangerous pieces for sure.
What do you think of the hire you guys made? Jonathan Gannon, the former Cardinals head coach, Eagles defensive coordinator, will be running your guys' defense this season. How do you feel about that?
I feel great about it, man. I already, linked up with them, been texting them a little bit, and I like his energy. And, seeing what he did with the Eagles back then, I definitely went back and watched a little bit, saw some good things. And, I'm just excited to honestly get to work with them, get to see what type of scheme we're going to be presenting, and, just hit the ground running.
So I think your guys' season, and obviously, you and, a lot of other players, injury bug bit you guys towards the end of the year. That Denver game is one of the great disaster games of all time, not just given the loss, but given the injuries, right? I'm going to give you my perspective as someone, I'm not in the weeds like you guys are with your team, right? From the national perspective. When Micah goes down in that game, I'm kind of thinking obviously the Packers can still go to the playoffs, but can they actually get there without Micah? Whether that's right, wrong, or indifferent, fair or unfair, I think that's the way a lot of people feel. What do you think you guys need to do next year to show that it's not kind of and I don't think it's right to say that, but that's kind of the perception, right, is that Micah Parsons is kind of is the defense, and I think you guys have a lot of great players outside of him. What do you guys need to do next year to kind of bust up that perception?
Yeah, honestly, just finish when we get the opportunity, I feel like. We had a good year, and then, losing him was obviously a big hiccup in the road. But no, I feel like we put ourselves in a lot of good positions to win, even, despite not, having one of our best players on defense. And we just couldn't find a way to finish, near the end of the year. And that's just something we have to look on, this offseason and just find ways to improve in the little things.
What did you make of, the week or so after the loss to the Bears in the playoffs when, guessing maybe you knew, no one knew if your head coach was coming back. And then he gets the extension and the general manager gets an extension. What was that time like for you guys, not knowing if Matt was going to be back as the head coach?
Yeah, it was a little bit of uncertainty, but nothing too crazy. Those.
Did you feel like he was back?
Yeah. Yeah.
No question.
Not no question, just because, those decisions are a little out of my pay grade right now.
Yeah.
But no, I had a good feeling that, he's put a great body of work, out there for the past whatever years that he's been our head coach. And, I felt like he's the only head coach that I want, and I didn't really see him, anything changing for real.
I want to ask you about your guys' first-round pick last year, Matthew Golden.
Sure.
As I think, a lot of people were maybe like a little disappointed in how it went to start the season, and I thought he really came on down the stretch, like the end of the regular season and in the playoff game. And I was having a conversation with a couple people on air and off air yesterday where I'm saying, like, and this is, you're going to hate this as someone who plays.
Okay.
I like fantasy football, right?
Sure.
And I'm already thinking, like, I'm going to draft Matthew Golden in fantasy football this year. Does it kind of come across that way to you guys where he kind of like figured it out? And like I'm watching from afar, you practice against him. It seemed like watching that he like it kind of clicked and he was really playing well towards the end of the season. Do you think I'm kind of on the right track there with Matthew Golden?
I mean, he definitely started, showing out at the end of the season, but no, I mean, I think I knew he was capable from, when he first came in training camp. He was making plays, left and right. It was just about him really getting the opportunity, like getting the right opportunity in our scheme. Like he just didn't get many at the start of the year, and I think a lot of people, like to point fingers, like to point it at him, saying that he's not doing enough. But in reality, he was getting open. You watch those routes, and he's getting open on a good majority of them. And no, I mean he has a pretty unique skill set, and I think the best is definitely yet to come. Yeah, I mean, he's a baller, man, and he has the right mindset about him. He's going to be a good one.
You mentioned a couple times the inability to finish for the team. What the heck happened in the second half of the playoff game against the Bears?
Man, I mean, you watched it. Can you tell me? I mean,
can I give you my opinion?
Go ahead.
So, look, like, Caleb Williams has made some sensational plays. Like, I don't know, like, what you're supposed to do about some of those plays.
Yeah.
I really like your head coach. I do. And I think it's the right move to keep him. Not, I don't know, my opinion matters, but that's how I feel. I thought he was too aggressive at the end and too passive to start the second half. Where if I'm him, and I'm not, right, I'm not a head coach, I think you go like foot to throat, man, and go for the jugular there to start the second half. It felt like he was too passive, and the offense not doing enough to start the second half, I feel like gave the Bears the opportunity to get back in the game. And look, like the touchdown that Caleb threw against the Rams in the divisional round. Like, you play perfect defense, and he's like an alien. He makes what are you supposed to do about it? So you asked me my opinion. That's kind of what I think. I actually kind of think it's your head coach's fault. That's my opinion.
Okay. I mean,
you call me an idiot if you want. It's okay.
No. I wouldn't say that. I mean, it's just hard to make those type of distinctions. I feel like if let's say he's too aggressive at the start of that second half, takes a sack on first down, and now everybody's pointing their finger at him like, just run the ball. You have one of the best running backs in football. So, I mean, there's kind of give and take with, any situation that, you immediately point at a head coach. But in my opinion, I think it was just a lack of urgency. And it wasn't even for the whole third quarter and most of the fourth quarter. Yeah, go ahead.
I'm not trying to put you on the spot here, but I'm
Sure.
trying to put myself in the shoes of my audience, right?
All right.
When you say it's a lack, and I really like your head coach. I think it's great that they brought him back. Just like, doesn't that reflect on the head coach? I'm not trying to get you to say something anti your head coach, but I feel like that is a question that I have to ask.
What does what reflect on that?
Like, if there's a lack of urgency in that second half, isn't that a reflection of the head coach? And if I'm wrong, please tell me.
I don't think it's a reflection of the head coach. I mean, he came into our halftime, into our locker room, preaching to foot on their throat. Like, we can't have any let off of the pedal. And I mean, I don't think he did anything wrong in that situation. It was just as a whole, I mean, we weren't able to. There's a bunch that went wrong. Like, I'll start with saying that there's no one thing that led us to lose that game. I mean, there's some busts in coverage. There's some, obviously Caleb being Caleb, making plays with his feet.
I'll say this so you don't have to. Jaden Reed dropped a terrible ball on the final drive. You don't have to say that. I'm saying it. It's okay.
Okay. But I mean, there's always going to be plays, especially in games like that you want back. But you just got to leave it till next year, honestly. Like, be able to use those emotions that you felt in that moment to, fuel your offseason training and come back with a vengeance.
Couple more minutes here with Green Bay Packers safety, star young safety, Evan Williams. You better, you bet. Nick Kostos, Westwood One Sports, presented by BetMGM. What do the Green Bay Packers need to do this offseason, Evan, to get you guys closer or maybe even to win the Super Bowl championship in 2026?
I think, especially with a new coaching staff, I think it just starts with the standard. The standard, what we always say is the standard you walk past is the standard you set. And so I've been a part of teams in their first years, throughout my football career, in which, the standard is just not high enough and, we don't reach the goals that we need to. So I'll just say, yeah, how we start off, especially in these OTAs, this training camp, the standard we set off rip. We got to have that energy. We got to have that, the right mindset of getting a little bit better every day. I feel like we got the pieces, man. I mean, you look across our roster, I don't see a position group that's, lacking in any facet. So
if Christian Watson and Tucker Kraft stay healthy, I mean, it feels like you have an alien at receiver and an alien at tight end. Do you feel that way as someone that practices against them?
Absolutely, man. I mean, we got a bunch of guys on offense that are honestly pretty much nightmares to guard, to have to go one-on-one against.
The more I think about it, it's like I'll answer the question I asked you. If you guys stay healthy, you guys are going to be monsters next year, right? There's no question about it.
No, I mean, that's how we feel. And sometimes you just don't get that blessing. But no, man. If all goes right, I feel like we got a good chance of being the team that we all want to be.
Jordan, the quarterback, to take you guys there?
Absolutely. Not a doubt. Not a doubt.
Okay. I want to ask you about Jeff Hafley. I feel like a lot of NFL fans, Miami Dolphins fans, don't really know who he is or a lot about him. Head coach of Boston College, with you guys for a couple seasons, now the head coach of the Dolphins. What are Dolphins fans and the Dolphins players getting with Jeff Hafley?
Man, just a dedicated coach, man. I mean, to me, just the ultimate players coach, a guy that is going to be upfront with you, honest with you, and give you opportunities to shine. I mean, with us all year, he put us in, the best positions for us to, make plays all year, and you saw guys doing it. Bull at the nickel, making plays around the line of scrimmage. X doing his thing back there, having Micah, what did he have, 12 sacks, and it felt like 5 games. But, he's just a guy that, takes a lot of the thinking off your plate and just allows you to play fast and gives you utmost belief that you can.
If you had Micah in the Bears game, in the playoff game, do you win? I think yes.
I mean, we could go hypotheticals bar for bar, back to back,
That's
but
fair.
I like us.
Yeah, no, I definitely agree with that. Final question for you. As you get set for this offseason, my opinion, I think sky's the limit for you. And you have all-pro in your future. I think you're going to have an unbelievable career. What's your excitement level heading into this offseason, knowing what I believe you are on the cusp of accomplishing in the NFL?
I mean, my expectation is not much different, truthfully. I've had a lot of coaches tell me just to keep doing what I'm doing, try to be the same person that, I am, showing up every day. And, man, that's what I'm trying to do. Never get complacent, just try to stay humble and work this offseason. Try to put myself in the best position that I can, physically and mentally, to hit the ground running when we get back.
They will fire me if I don't ask you who's going to win the Super Bowl on Sunday with the Patriots and the Seahawks.
That's
Who do you like?
Man. I was dreading this question. No, I'm kidding. But I would probably say I like the Seahawks, man. They've looked real solid in these playoff wins. Offense gets going at the right times, and defense is real. So I got the Hawks.
Evan Williams, you're an absolute stud. I'm looking forward to watching you guys this season. Really appreciate the time here on Radio Row.
Appreciate you, brother.
Stud, star young safety of the Green Bay Packers, Evan Williams, with us here on the show. More You Bet on Westwood One Sports right after this.